Hi there, Cancer, and welcome to your redo. My previous videos were almost inaudible, and I do apologize for that. I'm getting used to having to produce all this by myself. And so where you find me right now is in my kitchen. Actually, this is the scene or the set for the Alchemy Kitchen. That is the Alkaline Kitchen, where the digestive tract is an alchemical instrument. So I also find that the sound carries pretty well here, and I hope that you can now hear me. So we're going to do the same 4-card spread, of course, as was previously presented, but now you'll actually be able to hear the forecast, hopefully. So let's begin. All right, it's late at night. I want you to know that I want to set the scene. We're in my kitchen. It's late at night, and there's a certain mood of, I don't know, solemnity, shall we say. It feels solemn. So perhaps for the type of reading that you have, that's good. There is a sort of solemnity about it. In the position of the overall environment or energy of the month, which is the first position, we have, this way, Temperance. Temperance is really a beautiful card, and the energy of it is just what we began with. That's why alchemy came to mind, because this is the card of alchemy. And of course, you might have heard all about alchemy, but it's not about literally turning the lead to gold, or trying to find the philosopher's stone, which is what alchemy has become known to be. Alchemy is the process by which we elevate, raise our standards of conduct, the values with which we compose our life. In order for this alchemical process to take place, we have to remove the dross, that which is toxic to us, that which has polluted our mind and our life, and has caused us to make choices that are antithetical to our best interest. That's what alchemy is, really. It's the process by which we grow spiritually. This is Sagittarius. It's the card of Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. So there's a lot of passion here, though it feels peaceful and serene, but the alchemical process needs fire. Though our digestive system is alchemical, as I said, it's taking something that isn't life, isn't us, and turning it into us. And for that, it takes fire. It takes energy. It takes passion. See? And so, though the card is ultimately leads to peace, in order to get there, there has to be sort of this passionate transformation going on, all as a backdrop to the idea that there is going to be this healing process by which you heal that, those elements, those parts of you that had been wounded or hurt. And so it's that beautiful, that's why it is such a beautiful energy. And you know why it is considered to be the art card too? Because that's what creativity is. It's taking what is plain, like a plain piece of paper, or just some disparate parts, and making something very precious out of it. So to take something that's plain and to make it very precious to us, that's what the card is about. And often this involves sort of leaving a situation and getting a better perspective on it by creating some sort of distance on it, and then recombining elements, sort of making things with what you have to work with, making things work with what you have to work with, coming back with this new insight, new peace of mind, and achieving a sort of a transformation of elements. If we can translate that into your circumstances, how are you adjusting your destiny? You see, it's about how you adjust your destiny to take out the parts of it that are polluting it, contaminating your life. So let's go on here. Please, I can go on forever, but I have to watch myself. Trudy's not here to stop me. So I have to stop myself. The next position is the position of challenge. And what you have is the 5 of Cups upright. Mars in Scorpio. This is Mars in Scorpio. I have my Mars in Scorpio. It can mean a challenge or an emotional challenge of some sort. Sometimes it infers having to deal with a crisis or a feeling of loss or disillusionment, really. There's a revelation. You get a revelation. Something's revealed to you. You see, something's going to be revealed to you. Something that you thought was real will be shown to you to be false or to be less than real. And this is what creates a feeling of emotional loss. The card represents the power of destruction. You know that life could not possibly go on unless death or destruction or the dismantling of what is were to take place, because it's out of that the new is born. So you see, your challenge is some sort of truth that's been revealed to you, something you find out that makes you feel you've had a loss, you've been disillusioned about something. That's your challenge. So that's what I was saying about the solemnity of this reading. But you know, pardon me, you know, Cancer, you're a very deep sign. You take things rather seriously. Oh yes, you have a very, what could I say, a crackling kind of wit, kind of almost silliness about you sometimes, which is in stark contrast to the depth of your personality. You know, sort of this sort of eccentricity of wit, but it's very charming. But you have the depth that most of the signs don't have. You feel things to the quick, and you live in the waters of your feelings very much as if you're at home there. So even though this may be a challenge for some, for a Cancer, it is territory you have traveled before and are not unfamiliar with. In the unexpected position, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. This is about process, about a process, often a collaborative process, a crystallization of something, a organization and a hierarchical distribution of duties and responsibilities within a group. It's reversed. So maybe the unexpected element has something to do with your challenge and with the overall energy of Temperance. Some sort of disillusionment, which makes it difficult to bring a collaborative or a crystallization of something. A crystallization meaning a completion, a formation. When something crystallizes, it takes form. They say crystals are the go-between from mineral to plant. It's alive, and yet it's still a mineral. It grows, and yet it's still a mineral. This is like that. It's sort of like something wants to take form, and perhaps unexpectedly it doesn't. Something wants to come together and to create a shape. Often this has to do with work. You know, bringing together a group of people towards a project, towards an aim, or anything where you're working with others towards a shared goal. But because it's reversed, it's either delayed, interrupted, or that process, because this is about process, that process is interrupted. All right. Then, at the end, we have the Nine of Swords. And that leads us to Mars in Gemini. You are restless at the end of the month. You're preoccupied with your thoughts. You can't seem to find the answer to something. You're positively, though, you're facing those facts. This is important because you've become disillusioned about something. And now at the end, you face those facts, disturbing as they may be. Whatever they are, they keep your mind racing. It's Mars in Gemini. Gemini being highly the intellectual sign, and Mars being that fiery, excess of energy, power. Mars is about manifestation, about doing, about karma, creating your karma. And the positive thing about that is the realization of truth. Of course, when we do realize the truth about something, it can keep us up at night. Just to think that we could be duped, perhaps, or that we could be manipulated, or that we could be used, or that we could be undermined, or however this plays out. There's a realization that someone or something has been other than you thought it was. The card doesn't necessarily imply any real pain, although it does, you see, because anytime, I'm contradicting myself, anytime that you have mental anguish, of course you're in pain. But I'm saying that what we allow ourselves to fret over is not always in accord with the value of what causes it. That's all I'm saying. So, stop overthinking this. Don't obsess over it. Let things be the way they are. Your karma is your own. What other people do to you, or attempt to do to you, or how other people behave, is certainly their karma. It isn't yours. And I know that cancers are some of the most vulnerable people. Why? Even their symbol, the crab, tells why. There's this hard shell on the outside, but on the inside, they're soft, they're sweet, they're tender people. But they're crusty and hard on the outside because they know how soft they are inside, and they're protecting themselves. And they're often the ones taken advantage of because those who are less sensitive, less evolved, less caring, feeling, emotionally vulnerable, will use them to their own advantage. So cancers are often the victims of this. And my heart goes out to you, Cancer. I love you very much. You're a beautiful, beautiful sign. You're a sister sign to my Pisces and my Scorpio rising. I believe I have Uranus in Cancer. It's a way distant planet out there. Many millions of people do. But I know I can feel the Cancer vibration, and I want to say that, remember, the revelation at the end of the month is good. If it keeps you up, it keeps you up at night. Sometimes we do need to ponder a little on what has been revealed to us, good, bad, or indifferent. It keeps us up, and we worry. And Cancer is, they worry, they do. Temperance is the overall energy of the month, and this is the card again of alchemy transformation, where you take the elements of what is in your life, remix it, take out the bad, remove that which was less than you thought it was, that it wasn't what you thought it was, and come back and redo it and finally come to a state of peace, of total harmonic peace. That's what the card is. And to create from that sense of peace and well-being as if you belong in the world. So, thank you. And I hope you could hear me. More importantly than anything else, I just hope you could hear me. And if you could, then maybe my Alkaline Kitchen will become the virtual tarot kitchen as well. So thank you very much, and please remember, if you would like to subscribe to my council cards, I create those. I create 12 council cards, which means that I review the 4-card spread of all 12 signs of this month, and I give you my more in-depth personal, no, not really personal, more channeled insight into the 4-card spread. And in addition, we add a card from the major arcana that gives it even more of an ethereal and a connection to a higher wisdom is what I'm trying to say. So that is I love doing them, actually, because to me it's a deep meditation, and I enjoy them very much. So if you would like to help Virtual Tarot and what I do, that would help me out tremendously. And then Trudy, she does the personal readings, and those readings can range from anything like your relationships to your business, or even if you have practical issues like things about property, or specific questions about even real estate. It could be a whole gamut of things that those personal readings can address. So please go there if you'd like one of those too. And I want to thank everyone for their kind, sympathetic words about my father. My father was 86, had a heart attack and a bleeding ulcer, and he's now at home, refusing to go on an alkaline diet that I've prescribed for him. I cook for him, and yet he's secretly ordering shrimp behind my back, I found out. So he's fine though, and I'm happy that he's rebelling because he's alive. So thank you, and thank you for coming to Virtual Tarot. I hope to see you next month. Thank you, Cancer. I hope you can hear me. Bye-bye.